Let's discuss some of that. Let's go over to Central Lobby, inside the Palace of Westminster, and talk to Gillian Keegan, the Conservative MP for Chichester and a good friend of the Speaker's. Gillian, thanks very much for joining us. Were you expecting this?
Not at all, no, I had no idea. In fact, I was in another meeting, so I had to rush across and just caught the end of his statement.
What did you make of it?
Oh, it's a very powerful statement. I guess the timing is interesting. He said, before a next election or the 31st of October. So he's always said, because originally he'd said he would only do the job for 9 years, but then that 9 years landed in the middle of Brexit, and he felt that you needed an experienced speaker to navigate your way through Brexit, which I think he's right. Constitutionally we've been stretched to the limit. So I think it has been, his experience has been necessary there. Whether you agree with what he's done or not, he's certainly had to use it to the nth degree. So I guess now, he's basically said, he's here until the 31st of October. So maybe he's confident we'll be out the other side of Brexit by then.
Well, who knows? We shall see about that. There are, of course, differing views about his performance and the way he's undertaken the role, as you've kind of alluded to there. Some people who think that he's been provocative and that he's been really pushing the limits, if not crossing the limits, of the duties of the Speaker. Others seeing him as a radical figure, somebody who's thought outside the box and been prepared to think like that in exceptional circumstances. Where do you sit?
Well, we've never done Brexit before, so anybody who's trying to compare it to anything, you've got nothing to compare it to. I think he's probably, he's tried to get the balance right between what he would think is the government trying to use various mechanisms to perhaps not bring things back to the House, and that has certainly been true in some cases, and to try and make sure that things are scrutinised. And, in that role, if you say you want to scrutinise and Parliament needs to scrutinise, then of course he's done the right thing. The difficulty with Brexit, as we know, is it's the direct democracy via the referendum and how it sits with the representative parliament is actually the issue, and trying to get that scrutiny at the same time as trying to get legislation through is incredibly difficult, and everyone sees us wrestling with that day in, day out. I personally think that he's been a very good speaker, despite what you see in the chamber as well. He's done so much to revolutionise this place. I mean, all over now you see there's an education centre he's built, there's lots and lots of school children come here, lots of tours. None of that happened before he was Speaker. He's really opened up the place and made Parliament more accessible to people. And, by even the way he's navigated his way through Brexit, I have people I used to work with abroad are glued to BBC Parliament, watching it, A, because of him, and also how this topic of Brexit. So he's certainly opened up Parliament, and he's certainly put, made it more interesting, I guess, for people. And he's also done a lot in the background. He's introduced a Speaker's internship, which takes people who are deprived, who perhaps wouldn't be able to afford to take an internship to come and work in Parliament, to give them the opportunity. And I've now had, had one and got another one coming, and it really is life-changing for these young people. So he's been a very good speaker in terms of overall broadening the House and making it and demystifying it to the general public.
Gillian Keegan, good to talk to you. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Conservative MP Gillian Keegan there is a friend of the Speaker's.